Hey everybody, Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. It looks kind of weird. I don't know. Trying to get the violet flame in there. Hey everybody. Someone just popped on. Hey Pratik, what's up man? How are you doing? How's it going? How's it going? Hey Karen. What's up, everybody? Yeah, what's up? Today is going to be a good day. Hey, Marcia. How's it going? I'm trying to make this thing stay. Hi, Emily. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Susan. What's going on, everybody? Hey, Liz. Billy. Did I go to high school with you? So today feels kind of weird. I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on, so we're going to talk about that. Energy's crazy, kind of weird today. So, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. A lot of cool stuff going on in the universe. Big thing coming on Tuesday. So I'm going to talk about that first before some other stuff. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. Hey, Laura. Namaste to you, too. Violet Flame's back. Yep. I do my... Kathy says, yesterday was worse than today. Yesterday, my day was pretty good. Today's been good. I mean, it's just the energy's flexing, and that's because we're being pulsated into higher dimensions, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So, hi Sherry, I'm glad you're here live too. It's awesome, awesome. So, yeah. Hello, Holly. Oh, Kathy was sick yesterday. Hope you weren't too sick, you know, just, yeah. Hi, Suze. How's it going? Hello, Haley. We need to have your hour-long talk here pretty soon, Haley. Yes, it is, yes. Sherry says, energy pulsing is confusing a decision I'm struggling with. Exactly. And I'll tell you what, it's going boom, 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 boom. Hey, Rhonda. Yes, it's, that's weird. It's just interesting. Haley's keeps freezing. Sorry. Yes, it is. I did my affirmations with Violet Flame today. Like I always talk about, things just come to my Facebook feed, and then come to my YouTube feed, and then come to my Instagram feed. And this morning I saw it yesterday, but today I looked at it. Yeah. Pratik, I'm very, very good. How are you? Yep, everything's good. I mean, it is more than good. It is phenomenal. So I know. Spirit just went, isn't it though? I'm like, I know, right? God dang. We waited a long time for this. I have anyway. For everything to be good, just to be good. And it's good between Lee and I. The dog's still around. Hawaii is getting closer and closer. So yeah. Yes, Pratik says, it's been a wild few weeks with on the energy front. Exactly. It is just absolutely just, and that's because they're pushing us higher and higher and higher into 4D. So, okay, Spiros to start. Okay, so, Haley, energy's been awesome. It sure has. Today, I've been in this for the past 2 days, I've been like in this place of freaking urgency. Just like this urgent energy, like very, very concentrated, very kind of like it was like when I had a traditional job at the shoe store. where it's like everything boom, 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 just able to, everything was just clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking. So it's pretty great. It's pretty great, pretty great, pretty great. So, okay. So first thing I want to talk about is this. I'm just going to tell a little story because, hey Paula, because this would happen. Yes, this would happen yesterday in my momentous high vibration day. Same as kind of like today. Hey Blake, how are you? Blake's like, it is great. I know, right? So, you know, I do my best thinking in the shower, right? I mean, I just do. It's just connection is deep and things like that. Well, before I went in the shower yesterday, I was working on some things. I didn't take a shower till late. And I got the bug. I have certain things that I need to have. And at Easter time, it is marshmallow, dark chocolate eggs that I used to buy as a kid at the Walgreens store in Jackson, in the mall. They were like 59 cents or some crazy thing back 50 years ago. 50 years ago. Well, I've had them, you know, the last couple years and things like that. I found them at Walmart, blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't think that I had them last year. Maybe I had them last year, but I didn't have them the 2 years before because of the pandemic. So yesterday, Spirit says, hey, how about those eggs? Because it felt and smelled like Easter yesterday. Felt like spring. Hey, Dorothy. So I get triggered like that. I think most people do. They get triggered on the smell of something, right? Well, it reminds me of spring. And I was like, wow, today smells really good. It smells like Easter. And I thought, oh, those eggs are like $1 now in a carton of like 12. Cool. So me, being the internet person that I am, I look it up on the internet. And I think, oh, Walmart's got $1 a carton. That's kind of cool. Well, it sends me, hey, Pamela. So it wants to send me to one in Shelby Township when there's one and a half a mile away from my house. So I changed locations, blah, 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 thinking, okay, well, that one must not have them. Well, hey, Shelly. So I went ahead and looked at the one on Mound Road, and they had them, and I ordered 4. Cool. All right, awesome. So I was thankful, blessed, like, wow, how cool is that, right? It's a half mile away, can go pick it up in the rain, it's no big deal. And I indulged in a few, of course. So also, yesterday afternoon, I like the Brock's malted milk pastel eggs, because they're phenomenal, my favorite candy ever. And I'm a candy-holic. So I went, Spirit, well, let's look on the internet. So we looked on Amazon. I can get them there, no big deal. And then all of a sudden Walgreens popped up. Let me check out Walgreens. So, hey, Allison. So I went to Walgreens, and none of the ones around my house had them. And so I went further down John R. and down in Madison Heights, and boom, they had them. So I'm like, well, check that shit out. Check that stuff out. That's kind of cool too. Thank you, Spirit. And so I bought 5 bags, and I just need to go down and pick them up. So then I'm in the shower, and I'm thinking about, okay, my sister said she hasn't had any in about 3 years, so I thought, what the heck, maybe I'll get some and I'll send them to her. And Spirit said, just go to Walgreens. I'm like, you know, and I think I will. So I get out of the shower, come out, get on the internet again, and put in her zip code, and I know there's a Walgreens right by our houses I've been to a million times when I've been in Colorado, and they had them. So I ordered her 6 bags, and I paid for them. And I sent her a text, she got a text saying, your order is ready at Walgreens, before I could send a text saying, oh, go pick up your Easter candy at Walgreens on 10th Avenue. And so she says, did you order from Walgreens? Because I didn't order anything from Walgreens. I said, it's your Easter candy. She goes, what Easter candy? I said, the Brock's eggs that you really like. She's like, you're kidding, they have them? I looked everywhere. Well, she didn't look at Walgreens. And I said, yes. So the reason I'm telling you guys this, am I back? Okay. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because we always talk about at a higher vibration, we get what we want. At a higher vibration, where we're pretty much balanced most of the time, the universe blesses us with what we want. Even the little things. Even the little things. For me, from a kid, candy, everything. Everything. It can make me happy. It's weird as hell. Twinkies, cupcakes, I mean, all that kind of stuff. When I was a kid, when I wasn't in a good space, I'd walk to the party store by the elementary school that I went to, and I would get my 25-cent can of pop, and I'd get me something else, and I'd go back to the elementary school, swing on the swings, and eat and drink myself. Yeah. See? So it's kind of like that too at 62. So when I did something like that, it makes me happy, and they know it. They know what makes me happy. They truly do. See? So I say that, guys, and Spirit wanted me to tell you guys this first, is because every one of you can have what you want. Even the freaking candy, right? Myers has been out of that candy. I got that candy at the end of February. Hey, Barb. Okay? Beginning of March, I think. And of course, they always freaking run out. So I was like, So I'm glad Spirit said, hey, Veronica, that's what he does for me. That's what they do for me, right? Is when I'm in my space, not really thinking, what triggered it was the Michigan smell of Easter. It was warm yesterday. It had rained it was raining all day. It smelled like spring, and that triggered the whole thing. So I tell you guys that because it happens to all of us, but most of us don't catch it. We don't even think about it. We think, it does smell, it smells nice. Or we never express it. I express everything, because we're supposed to. And in my comment of smells like spring, boom, that triggered them going ahead and doing all the things that happened yesterday, which is phenomenal. Because those things make me happy. And Lee just rolls his eyes like, oh my God, I can't believe that makes you happy. It makes me very happy. I don't need some big old fancy dinner. I don't need it. It's done. But those eggs, Easter time, and they only come out once a year. So guess what? That are the little things that make me happy. And we all have to understand what those things are. Right? What is it? Right? The little things that you can, because I'm telling you, you can go to the grocery store for a couple of things, and every single thing that you want is there. Why? Because you're in the right vibration. Hi, Diane. If you go to the grocery store angry because you don't have what you need for dinner or for lunch, whatever it is, guess what? You're not going to have it. If they do, good. That spirit is trying to pacify you to get you to go, okay, I got what I wanted, now relax. Change your energy. Stop thinking like that, okay? Because that is what us receiving is all about. And we receive it every day. Every day we receive what we want from the universe. But are you taking it? Our guides are bringing us what we need, but are you accepting it? And Spirit has talked about this a billion friggin' times with people on Coaching for the Soul. Back in the day when I was a supervisor and a trainer with the shoe stores, I would say that to the employees. How bad do you want it? And what do you want? What do you want? Because you can have anything that you want, and I believe that then. I still believe that now. Okay, and that pulls me into the next segment, which is the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction on Tuesday. Now, Jupiter is the largest planet in the universe. It's about expansion, indulging, getting what you want. Massive planet. Neptune is gas and blue and beautiful, but dreamy. On Tuesday, and this is on Tuesday the 12th, if you look in the sky, if we can in Michigan, or if you're someplace where it's nice and warm, or it's just clear outside, if you look up to the south, not really southeast, but just south, you will see two planets that look like they're connected. Okay, Jupiter's much closer than Neptune is. Jupiter circles the Earth, circles the Sun every 12 months. Neptune circles the Sun every 165 years. So every 165 years, there is a Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pluto. Pluto is water. It is love. It is flooding. Flooding is good because it means that you're flowing in the right direction. Hi, Alicia. Okay. We talked about this in January, I think it was, that there was going to be a certain amount of time that we needed to ask for abundance. And what did we want? What do you want? and we talked about, I think it was May, I think it was March, when Spirit had said it's from now until the first or second week of May, all right? And that was because the energy of the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in the universe started in January. So I don't know about you, but I've received a lot, almost everything that I've asked for, okay? I know what's coming. I know my future. Not all of it, but I know pretty much of it because of my higher vibration, but also because of my connection to my guides. And I get that. Now, the rest of my people, my family, things like, no, they might know this much of what it is. But it's about understanding right now that make those choices big. Make them big. Because Tuesday, I'm telling you what, I know. Spirit says it's going to be monumentum. It's going to be monumentous, he says. So it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. And then I believe we have a solar eclipse next week too. May not be seen in North America, but I believe it's next week on the 13th. So we got two back-to-back powerhouse situations going on that we're all going to feel. I know. Hang on. As Jupiter is pulsating, Jupiter is moving the whole planet's energy towards the future because it's big enough to do that. All right? I know. Neptune is dreamy. It can kind of put us in a state of allowing, can put us in a state of, again, the Hansel and Gretel effect, right? They put the bread on the ground to make sure they could get back from their grandma's house to home. And guess what? They ended up at their grandma's house. The wolf is there. Well, for us, there's no wolf. There's no wolf at all. They're moving us into our future, into a higher vibrational pattern, into everything we've ever wanted in our lifetime. And we're in this dazed kind of wonderful state. And then when we get hit with energy, we go, whoa, what is that? Or we get angry or frustrated. Then we go back to being happy and angry, frustrated. I don't know which way to turn. That's when you have to go, okay, I get it. You got to calm yourself down. You got to sit quiet for a minute. You have to really hey, Candy, you really have to have your tools that you pull out of your head, right? Pull out of your heart if you want to say that, and use them to your advantage. But this astrological event next week has been building for over 4 months. All right? Not only do we have the start of spring this month, but 2 weeks later, now all of a sudden this. And it's going to be beautiful. So remember that. Do not cut your asking, Spirit says. Do not cut your askings. Continue asking for what you want out loud. Don't do it in your head because I can't hear you. It's about expelling the energy out of your body. And when you expel it out of your body, you're proving to your spirit guides, your guardian angels, and the universe that you're committed to it, that you want it. Anything that you say in your head, your negative ego can move around and changes the energy of it, and they can't feel that energy. They can't even hear what you're saying in your head. So it's still reminder, Spirit says. Next reminder is to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Do what you can for you. Be selfish. Take your walks. Take your baths. Get into calm energy if you can. Go sit in your car if you have to. Who's the most important person in your life? You. Be selfish. It's all about that. Because I'm telling you guys, when we finish this year, the majority of us are going to say WTF. What just happened? Because we forgot about 2000 and 2021. That's pandemic. I don't know anybody who really paid attention in those 2 years. It went like that. It flew by. And this year is flying by. It's already April. So we know by the end of the year that we are all going to go WTF. Now, why are they doing that? They're doing that so that you don't have to pay attention. You just have to go with the flow. Don't interrupt. Don't stop the energy. I know. Spirit says don't stand in the way of the tsunami. Because guess what? You're gonna get swept away. And not in a good way, he says. You'll end up someplace you don't want to be, he says. Which is true. It's all about making sure that that you're as conscious as you possibly can be. Because right now it's tough. With the war in Ukraine and with the craziness that's going on in the world, in the 3D world, and with everything, because we feel that. We always are going to feel that energy until it's gone. With all this political stuff, with all the other just angst, and if you live with somebody, you live a husband or a wife or children, they're all feeling it in a different way. You don't know how to look at it. Sometimes you just have to be by yourself, and it's okay. It's okay. And Spirit keeps saying that even if you're in the process of a relationship, meaning boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, right? New love, he says. Getting an understanding. Hi, Tracy. Understanding that you don't know that other person that well. They don't know you that well yet. So don't make any sudden moves. Don't get married. Don't put it off. Again, the smarter that you are, the more connected that you are to your spirit, God, the guardian angels, and the universe, the easier it is to make a decision. If somebody's acting crazy as hell, see you later, bye, because they're affecting you in a negative way. But if they have quirks and things like that, and some days they have them, some days they don't, it's probably the energy. And if you're an energy enlightener, Spirit says, which is most people are that watch Coaching for the Soul and do their spiritual work, they are those people. They are those people who live some type of spiritual life and are asking for what they want. They're doing as much as they possibly can within the realm of where they're at in their spiritual journey. Does that make sense? Kind of wordy. Yeah. Just don't cut the words down. We got to make this, condensed. That's how I like to talk. Don't make any sudden moves, Spirit says. On your job, on love, on love, on family, not yet. Okay? Unless you know for sure you're not going to regret what it is. Because regret is human, Spirit says. Regret is human. And we can all regret some things. But regret, okay, I have it, now it's gone. Okay? Sorry about that, blah, 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 what do you want to say? But many, many people hold the regret in their heart. And it's also in their negative ego. And it swirls in their mind. It just swirls in their mind. And they have no idea how to get out of it. Because they're not really paying attention to stopping themselves, saying, ego, stop. I'm not listening to that stuff. I'm not listening to it. It's over, it's done with. Do I regret it? Yes. Now it's time to let that stuff go. And you may have to, I know, you may have to repeat it over and over and over again over a couple of days. Out loud to ego. Stop, ego, I get it. I'm regretful. Stop. I'm not listening to that anymore. I'm not. It's over with. It's done. Again, you're putting that out to the universe, so guess what they do? They take it away. They bring you something that makes you happy. Like, Easter candy. Works for me. But that's I know that is the energy that we're going into even deeper in spring and summer and fall. That's why Spirit keeps saying that you're going to be surprised where you're at in January of 23. Psychologically, Spirit says, spiritually, emotionally, and as a human. As a human. Fear will be reduced, he says. By the end of this year, fear will be reduced in most humans. The war should be over with. That whole thing is a disaster. Yeah. Inflation's gonna end. Prices are gonna come down. Things are gonna be, I know. Spirit keeps telling me that by July, everything's gonna be pretty good. Gas prices are gonna come down because the war will be done. Blah, 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 blah. Prices on food, and everybody can go back to doing, I know. He says inflation and the war and things like that are tied to the end of COVID. And it's true. I totally agree with that. Because right now, everybody's in fear again. It wasn't COVID, so now we're fearful of the economy. We're fearful of recession. We're fearful of gas prices. We're fearful of the war. We're fearful of all this other stuff. No, stop. I know. And Spirit says, we're having deja vu from last year at this time, or sometimes in spring and summer, where we had the same conversation. Get out of the fear. It doesn't serve you. And you can't control it. Right? You cannot control it. And does it hinder your life? And sometimes it does. But it's about the challenge of overcoming the challenge, going, it's not that big a freaking deal. It's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. Maybe I have to do a $4 movie on demand or Netflix or whatever it might be instead of going to the movie theater. Okay. Is that really that bad? No. And that puts me into this next chapter. Okay. Is anybody who is Facebook friends with me has seen that I posted that about the Tyler Henry show on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, watch it, binge it, because it is fascinating. Hi, Kathy. It's fascinating. Okay. And then there's another show, Life After Death, or I forget what it is. It's on Netflix too. Oh, I had it in my mind a minute ago. Not Life After Death. I posted it on my Facebook page. I forget what it is. Hi, Cheryl. I can't remember what I put. But it's about spirituality. Hi, Liz, and mediums and children who have come back with recollections of their past lives, and they know who they are. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. It's on my Facebook page, Bill Clairvoyant. I asked something I think yesterday or the day before. Hey, Trisha. So, but those two things, those two shows, Surviving Death. Thank you, Shelley. Surviving Death. Oh my freaking God. Lee was watching it a week ago Sunday and in bed, and I caught a little bit of it. I'm like, well, that's kind of interesting. How cool is that? Didn't see the first part, which was all about reincarnation, and I watched that this week. Again, another way to increase your spirituality. Another way, hey Angel, another way to those are the types of things that can actually keep your vibration can actually keep your vibration high, and it is amazing. Just because you see, number one, you're not alone. Number two, that it's around the freaking world. That everybody is. I mean, it's just amazing, just amazing. It makes me so happy because I'm like, oh my God. Everybody gets it. The reincarnation thing. There's some mediumship stuff on there that I'm kind of like, I don't know about all of that. I think it might kind of hokey. It just doesn't resonate with me. But it's interesting that that back in the day, before I could do what I was doing now with mediumship and things like that, that they had seances and things, which I never got into because it's usually, for me, for guides, negative energy that the table lifts up and all that kind of, I'm not into all that stuff. Kind of seems, again, kind of hokey, being a Capricorn. I'm like, no, I'd rather do it the real way. It's just me, But some people are into that. So those are two shows right there that I'm promoting because they're actually good shows that if you can watch it and you can get into it, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I binge them just because until I'm exhausted. It's usually at night, not in the daytime. But I can usually watch a half a season or whatever it is and then go back to it. But those are things, guys, that tie in and keep your vibration high, keep you in a better state of being, and look at it and just be like, wow, the reincarnation thing just blows me away. So, and I'm looking forward to that. And that's going to go into the next thing. Something has shifted with reincarnation, all right? In the past, Spirit has said, about 100 years, you're in spirit while you watch your grandchildren or you watch your people until they pass. Well, I know that with the shift in fourth and fifth dimensional energy, that's been cut almost in half. That there is, now on that show, some kids came back in like 20 years And that to me, and I ask Spirit, how can that be? How can that be? And then he talks about the soul journey and things like that, that they chose to die in World War II and in Japan and in the waters off Japan. No, it's what it is, what that is. Iwo Jima, okay? And I think it came back like 40 years later. That's crazy. But Spirit says that will be the norm going forward. That will be because you won't have to lose so much of your humanness in spirit, right? Being human is heavy. It is heavy. We are heavy, grounded beings. As we go further into 4D and further into 5 and 6 and 70 and on up, which will happen in a lot of years' lifetime. All right, we will not be 12,000 years in any dimensional energy. Spirit says from now on, we will just continue to reach for a higher power. To reach for a higher power, he says, and be. He shows me beings just ascending and ascending, making that level, understanding that level, and ascending again. Making that level, understanding that level, and ascending again in this lifetime. I was happy to get to 5D. 6, okay. But I'm 62, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to be ascending. But everybody, he says, when you get to that point, as your human body shifts, as it changes, as it moves, as it becomes lighter weight, becomes lighter in thinking, when you're in that place, which is amazing, where you are in a dream state, which I am in 5D most of the time, it's very interesting because I have to use Google to spell words because I'm not connected. I'm connected to my mind, but in a higher state of being, a higher energy. And it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And when you're used to that, when you are good in that, can you imagine being higher than that? That blows my mind. With all the connections and all the things we're going to be able to do, phenomenal. So he wants, I know. Don't be surprised if some of your parents come back sooner than they expected to be involved in the new energy. Probably not in your immediate family, but they more than likely will come back to Earth. Pretty cool. My mom and dad aren't coming back yet. They're like, no, we're not. We're good. Yeah. My mom just said, I'm not coming back until my sister passes. My aunt's 88. So yeah, she says, because my mom's been gone since she was 59 years old in 1988. She says, I'm not coming back until Mary, my aunt, Mary, is up here a while. I got to see her first before I come back. That's my mom. Yeah. But don't be surprised if in all of your children's lives, and you're the grandma or the grandpa, and all of a sudden they have a child, and you go, okay, I know this child. Oh my God, it's my mother. Or the child says something from her past life, or he says something from his past life. And he says to his grandma or his grandpa, you were my mom last time. You were my grandpa last time. You were my grandma last time. Because they more than likely will, especially if you watch that show. It's interesting. So as we move forward, as you embrace more and more about who you are, as you embrace more and more about living in the fourth and fifth dimension, and understanding, is it lonely? It can be lonely. But that's why the tribe is so important. That's why your tribe is so important. It is so important. And when he tells me to start the Coaching for the Soul website or the Facebook page, bingo. But every time I start it, he's like, nope, not time. Nope, not time. Nope, not time. I'm like, okay, it's not time. And you know me, I'm not forcing nothing. Because when I force something, it ends up being a mistake. Will the animals all move onto the next spirit level? Barb says, yes. And we'll probably understand them more. Especially our dogs and our cats and our chickens and our and our turkeys and our horses and our cows and things like that. But as we move up into those dimensions, we'll eat less and less meat. We'll be less and less carnivorous, Spirit says. Yes. Plant-based diets. Plant-based smoothies. Yeah. Yup. Just because of and I know for myself, as I've gone into new dimensional energy, I think about what happens to the animals before they die. And that, I can't think of that. It makes me so sad about cows and chickens and pigs and all those kinds of things. Haley says, "What about seafood? Seafood's going to stay where it's at." Yeah. Yep. Hi, Sister Martha. How you doing? So yes. So the land-based animals that we consume will be less and less. And the ocean, Spirit says, the ocean products we will still consume. We will still consume as long as the water is not polluted, which it will not be polluted by 2020, by probably 2030. Okay. So, hi, Kelly. So, again, as we ascend, everything starts to change. As we ascend, everything gets better. As we work towards our future, as we work towards staying connected to our spirit guides, our guardian angels, we're talking out loud, we're doing all the cool things. The amazing thing is that when you get to like high or 4, like middle 4 or even 5, it's just natural. You just talk out loud, right? And you're balanced that way. And you're open to communication. And you're understanding more. But in human terms, you don't really give a hoot. James, I'm telling you, it is a different life. It's a different lifestyle. It's a different everything. Because everything comes to you that you need. Everything comes to you that you want. Everything. And that's what is so amazing, is that all the work that we've done in third dimension, it wasn't for naught, Spirit says, at all. It got us to the place we are today that is available and ready to receive messages from our guides and the universe on what we're supposed to do, how we're supposed to get there. Why are you watching Coaching for the Soul? Why are you watching your YouTube channel, your YouTube feed? Why are you watching Facebook? Why are you looking at Instagram? Why are you not watching the news? Yeah. See? Understanding that all those things combined, Spirit says, elevates you automatically. Automatically. But taking the time to take care of yourself, taking the time to make sure that you have time for you, that you're squeaking out that half an hour a day or an hour a day, like I said. Lee goes to bed about 9 o'clock, sometimes 8:30. The dog usually follows him because he's tired. He slept all day today. He hasn't eaten one thing. He had a little packet of food this morning at 8:30. It's now late and 3:38, and he's still sleeping in his little bed by the purple chair. He hasn't moved all day. He went potty this morning, and that's all he's done. No, he's done. Yeah, he's 18. You know what? He can do that stuff, right? So that right there is a prime example of that as we get to a certain point, we don't need to do all the human stuff. It's provided for us. It truly is. Getting to that point, is it hard? Only if you allow your negative ego to control the narrative in your head. So I don't talk in your head. Don't talk in your head. And every time that you get something that is what you wanted, like rice at the grocery store because I had it in stock, minute rice, whatever it's called, the little tubs, I'm thankful. One left. My one had 3, or there's 3 left, or whatever it is. Those are the things that you need to be grateful for. And when it's not there, you say, come on, Spirit, what's up with the rice? Don't keep it inside like, oh my God, now I got to try to go to another store. Oh my God, blah, blah. No, don't do that. When you wake up in the morning, you got to set your intention. It all works. And when you start to slide backwards, oh no, Bill, we are not being depressed today. We're not being angry today. We're not being anything today, Bill. This is going to be a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day, Bill. I have to do that. I do it every day in the morning before I get up out of bed. Make sure that I'm in the right frame of mind. Make sure that I'm in the right energy level, right? Because when you sleep, all your stuff gets all your garbage, let's say, from that your brain collected the day before, usually gets removed. But not all of it. Well, when you are, and I know spirit, he says, it's just like Steve Noble guided meditations. When you're in meditations, your spirit guides remove energy from your body. Well, that's part of what being human is. When you're asleep, it takes stuff away from your human body, but not all of it. It can't, right? It can't. Because we receive messages and energy all day long, from the time we wake up in the morning until the time we go to bed in the real world. We may not hear it, we may not feel it, we may not see it, but guess what? This does. It does. This does. So when you're in the deprogramming mode, when you're asleep, all of a sudden you wake up in the morning, it could be a good morning, I had a good night's sleep, had good dreams, or, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. Oh my gosh, what is up with that? Maybe it was because Baylor is up 5 times in the night. Who knows? 4 times in the night. Because he's unsettled, right? That he has to go potty. He's 18 years old. Oh, who does he come to? He comes to his daddy. But nights like last night, he slept all night. And the night before, slept all night. Bonus. I slept all night. See? So when you wake up in the morning, you have to give yourself a freaking break. Give yourself a break. Don't wake up and be angry. If you are saying, no, I got to let that stuff go. That is not my energy. That is nighttime energy. I need to let that energy go, spirit, and go take it like a softball. Grab your heart and toss it out to the universe. I'm taking this energy. It's not mine. Spirit, it's not my energy. Like a grapefruit, spirit says, and toss it to the universe. It's not mine, spirit. I'm pulling it out of my chest. I'm pulling it out of my heart, because that's where it's at. That right there is how you wake up in the morning. Not here, it's there. Trust me, it's there. And as you clear that in the morning, go, it's going to be a good day. Spirit, today's going to be a really good day, and you call yourself out in third person. Bill, stop. It's going to be a really good day. I know that you're tired. I'm always tired, right? Hey, Christine, this job is tiring at 62 years old. And I'm waiting for sunshine, and I'm waiting to be outside, and I'm waiting to get exercise and all that kind of stuff that all of us in the North are waiting to happen to us. And then all of a sudden we become even more vibrant than we did in March or February or January. So we have control of that. We truly do. Do you have to check yourself throughout the day? Maybe you have to. Maybe you have to say something happens at work and you go, oh my God, it's not that big a deal. This is what you're able to say in your head, or you're able to, I say that in my head if I'm with somebody or like in a store, I'll say, Bill, it's not that big a deal. I'll say that, Bill, it's not that big a deal. Not that big a deal. Not that big a deal, Bill. I'll say that in my head. Bill, it's not that big a deal. You know, hey, Abby. Again, that just comes to my head, comes out of my mouth, because that's one of the tools that I use to keep myself balanced. Everybody can do that. Understanding that it's habit, it's behavior. And you have to challenge yourself to be that person. Not that you got to be structured and all into it and I got to talk like this. No, that's not the point. The point is, as long as you're talking out loud to your guides, as long as you're talking out loud to yourself, to tell yourself to stop, it's not a big deal. Let that stuff go. It doesn't matter. Take it out of your chest and throwing it away. Throwing it away. Do whatever you got to do. Just the action itself builds energy, positive energy. Why? Because they know you got it. I'm telling you. The more actions that you do for yourself, the more, do you catch it every single time? Spirit says no. Do you catch it a little bit late? Yes. It's okay, you caught it. That's the thing. Because next time you'll catch it even faster. I know. Because you're a sovereign being, Spirit says. You're a sovereign being. You can take care of yourself. You truly can. Without all the gunk that came with us this lifetime. That we've lived through this lifetime. Again, like Spirit has talked about for the past 2 or 3 weeks, about the fact that we're in this place of leaving our past lives behind. Everybody's being challenged. I'm telling you what, everybody's being challenged with that. Everybody's being challenged with that across the freaking globe. Did a psychic fair last weekend, and tell you what, it was amazing. It was such a good fair. A lot of people just connected, but they're all going through the same thing. They're all going through the WTFs. What is that about? Why do I fluctuate so much? Well, it's in the universe. The planets are conjoining. They're coming together. They're conjunction, which means conjoining, looking like one star. Because that's double power of two aspects of two planets, which we're all involved in. I know. Spiritual, for the future of humanity, we're all part of that, which is fascinating to me. That us, right here, are part of that, are part of that ascension, that are part of that love, that are part of that, all of the things that come to us, that allow us to be us. All the things that come to us, that we're able to not understand what we do. More to come, Spirit says. More to come. Spring and summer in North America. What better place to be in spring and summer? It's pretty nice, especially summer, especially in the Midwest. Oh my God, great. I believe I'll be in Hawaii by then, but but that'll be my paradise. If I'm not, it's okay. It's okay. They have the plan. I don't. I just know what I feel. I just know the things that, again, that all of us have, guys. All of us can have the roadmap. I know. Spirit says, we'll let you see the roadmap as long as you don't take control of it. Because you can't take control of it. You can't. It's impossible. He says, because the map will change. Guarantee the map will change. That's ego. That is our ego. Thinking that we have to control the destiny. We have to control not just our destiny, but how we get there. Because that's what ego's done for 12,000 years. Kept us safe. Figure things out through lifetimes on what works and what doesn't work. James. That's why some children know how to do things. Boys know how to do things. Girls know how to do things. It's in their DNA. Why do girls hold baby dolls in most cases? It's not because their mother held them, because it's in their DNA to be to have children and be a mom. Boys like trucks and mechanical stuff. I was torn. I love my sister's Barbie head, and sometimes would fight her for who's going to play with the Barbie head, as my sister will probably tell you. Yeah. Did I like trucks? No. I had Hot Wheels. That's cool. You know, my boy stuff, my girl stuff too. But boys are about bulldozers, and to this day, I don't understand that. I don't understand. I can sit and watch construction projects on the side of the road for hours. How they move the dirt. I don't know why. Because I'm a guy. My sexuality is gay, right? And that's what's interesting to me. But we all have that. We all have that ability to mess up a good situation. And this is where ego isn't necessarily persecuting us or making us feel yucky. It is trying to control. Thinking that we know. Don't nobody know. And anybody who tells you that they do know is lying. I know. It's because no one's God. No one's us, Bill. No one is us. You can come along for the ride, but no one knows. I know. Only one who truly knows your destination is your soul, because they signed the contract before you were born. We follow the contract, he says. We follow the contract. Okay. But they're not going to show us the contract because they know we're human. Hey, Chantel. Because we'll mess it up. That's human nature, right? How? By control. No, Shelley, I didn't. I just like to comb her hair, things like that, because I used to pull out of her head. But as we move forward, guys, you're going to be the example for other people as you talk about your spirituality, as you work on that part of yourself, as you are going through the motions. Your children notice it, your spouse notices it, your friends notice it. Either are like, what's going on? That's kind of cool. Or yeah, no, I'm not into that. And they slowly fall away. And that's okay. Because I know. So Spirit showed me a hot air balloon with the strings hanging on it, with the sandbags to keep it on the ground. Trust me, you're going to cut the cord. You're going to cut the rope. Because your destination is at a higher dimensional energy. Your destination is up here where you're more connected to the universe. You are able to use your mind more and not have to work so hard because things come to you. Hot air balloon is a great analogy because it's true. We get to control to a point how high we go and how quick we do it. And that's when fear works. Because us thinking that we're going to ascend at a snap's pace, that's true. It's not true. And ego may tell us that just to get us to stop involving ourselves with that stuff, to get frustrated, get angry. This stuff doesn't work. Blah, blah, blah. No, it does. It does. It does. But as you go through your process, right? And everybody's at a different level. Understanding that as you go through that lifetime, your lifetime, you pick up tools along the way. Coaching for the Soul, other people, Energy Blast, Vortex of Creation from Tammy, all those kind of things. And the cool thing is, she's going to start offering more and more events and things for people who aren't part of the program for like $39. Do it. Do it. Because that's one more tool in your toolbox of being able to let stuff go. Understanding that if I'm asking for her to put Vortex of Creation, of doing that for the public, and you're able to buy it for $39 or whatever it is, and having that up for a week or 9 days, whatever it's going to be. Because Vortex of Creation is wonderful. Energy Blast, wonderful. The free one, the one that's in the group, all of that. It's great. It's great. Energy Calibration, she did, I think last week. Bingo. Bingo. So all of those things, again, that are tools in your toolbox. So that as you go into a higher dimensional energy, as you move easier between, Spirit is laughing, because very seldom do I go from 5D to 4D to 3D. It's usually like at nighttime when I'm not really dinner time and after, when I got to take care of the dog and I got to take care of Lee and we kind of have our night. Once I shut the kitchen area light off, I'm done. And that's when I'm kind of like just hovering. Okay. And then so people text me or whatever, I've been answering the text because like, no, that's shut off. I'm just kind of hovering, kind of chilling out because I've had my day. So I'm usually in 5D, but many times, most of us have to go back and forth, which is exhausting, especially with children and spouses and friends and family. I'm blessed that my sister lives in Colorado and my brother lives in Palm Beach. Yes. Right? But if I had them around, I wouldn't see them as often as I do if I'm on vacation. Just simply because I get to see them for a week. My brother, not so much, but I would for some time. But my sister, be like 4, 5, 6 days. I could do that on a vacation. I could easily do that. But then again, we need our time away from each other. It's like moving home with your parents and going, oh my God, I feel like I'm 12 years old again. Oh yeah. Because you have your own way of doing things. You have your own energy going on in your house, own energy about everything, getting back into your routine. And the cool thing is routines are going by the wayside. James, they're disappearing every day. Because you can't really be in a routine. It's very, very difficult because that is constraint. That is third dimensional energy. That routine, 100% routine day, life, like week, month life, doesn't work. It's not going to work because there's no room in there for you to expand your energy, Spirit says. Expand into this place that you're supposed to be at. Expanding to the energy that you actually feel comfortable in. Routine is meant to make you feel, in a third dimensional energy, steady, balanced, and grounded, and all this stuff that as you ascend no longer serves you. And when you try to get down there, it's horrible. If you're still trying to ground yourself into the core of the earth, it's hard. It's hard. Now, if you're in a bad place and you need to do that, to let that energy, you need to be, I always call it being connected to spirit, to the universe, and being grounded as being barbecued, because it's kind of have a barbecue kind of thing. And you're in the process of usually pushing your negative energy, your stuff into the core of the earth, and then returning energy up your body, through your crown, up to the universe, which is usually white light. Especially when it hits your root chakra. But I don't do that much anymore because it doesn't serve me any longer. I'm able to connect to a higher power and be able to let that stuff go. Does that mean that I still don't have to do the Steve Noble guided meditation that's 11 minutes long? It's a rescue meditation. Oh no, I do that about usually three times a month to release my 3D energy, which I cannot get rid of on a stressful week. Because those things work. Anybody tells you that they don't work because their ego's got them not trying. Those things work. To remove energy off your body and inside of your body and activate DNA that's already been downloaded into your body when your ears ring. Do them. It's only one more tool in your toolbox. I know, Spirit, make time. That's time for you. Investing your personal energy in those guided meditations and doing the same thing with Energy Blast like you do for Coaching for the Soul. It's free. That's what it's all about, is understanding that when the universe brings you people, brings you things, invest. Now, you'll get to a point, Chimes, you'll get to a point where you're like, you'll start something. No, I don't think that's for me. I don't think that's for me either. It's for me either. Well, if you go through more, I don't think that's for me. That's ego. You're lying to yourself. Liz, ears ringing last night, the main receiving, yes. Usually when your ears are ringing, right, left, mine have been ringing since I was like 5 years old. Used to help me go to sleep at night. I just listened to the ringing in my ears. I never told my mom or anything about it. Those are downloads from the universe. Okay, that's the connection. Hi, Amanda. That's the connection to the divine. It's the connection to your guides. I know, Spirit. He says sometimes it's just guidance. It's guidance for the next day because they know it's going to happen tomorrow. It's got guidance for the week. I don't know what that is, Spirit. Support for the week. Support for where you're moving. Support for he says support and understanding for you. No one else but you. Isn't that cool? That is so freaking cool that you have guides that are looking out for you, and they are downloading you with the universe, and they're there for you, Chimes. He says, but if you're not freaking talking to them, but they're still doing it, who's the selfish one? Negatively. He says, take but not use. That's why I always talk about that when we do a Steve Noble guided meditation, and all of a sudden days later we're activated, like, well, where'd that come from? And what's that? And how come I can? What's a picture in my head, Spirit? But if you see the picture, you don't say anything. They're like, oh shoot, she didn't get it. Oh shoot, he didn't get it. Let's try again. And then you finally go, oh, what's these 3 pictures in a row, Spirit? What's that about? They go, oh, finally he gets it. Finally he's actually responding to our messages. Spirit is what, James, it's kind of like when your mother calls and leaves a voicemail and you don't call her back. Back in the day with the answer machines, yeah. She'd call me and I was at work, and she'd call me on my home phone, and she would say, "Bill, call your mother." Okay, so she usually call me on Tuesday night because Wednesday was always my day off, and I would call my mom and I'd say, "Hey, what's going on?" "Oh, nothing." I said, "Well, did you need something? Is something going on?" "No, I just wanted to talk," in my mom's lovely voice. Oh. Because she knew if she said, "Bill, call your mother," it was like, okay, I gotta call my mom because I haven't called her in a while. See? It's kind of like that. Kind of like that. See? So that's why the more that you talk out loud, that's why the more that you use your energy to fulfill your destiny, that's what it's about. Opening yourself up and allowing them to guide you and move you forward. And allow yourself to just absolutely learn what you can every day because you're clear enough to hear it. And I can't believe it's been an hour already. So it's like, yeah. So energy's high today, as you can tell. So I'm doing 2 parties this weekend. One in Clarkston and one in Northville again. And next week next week in Easter. But the next weekend, the 23rd and 24th, I'm in Jackson for 2 days. I'll be driving back and forth. So come Saturday, I'll be in a better space than driving back to Jackson on Sunday morning at 7 a.m. to start the day at 9 a.m. After working the psychic fair all day. Yeah. So, so I'll be there. Haley, I'm doing a party in Northville on Sunday for someone. And I've got the 30th available if anyone wants a party. It's available. And some in May are available still. So namaste, everybody. Thanks for watching Coaching for the Soul on this wonderful, chilly but not snowy Thursday in Detroit. Hey, Carmelina. And so thanks for joining me on Coaching for the Soul Thursdays at 3. And I will see you next Thursday. Thanks, guys.